Thank you for joining me again in this session. In this episode, I want to talk about Bill Gates. Bill Gates, we know, is the founder of Microsoft or co-founder of Microsoft, and he has been a very big player in the field of medicine. I mean, through his philanthropic, activities around the world, especially in Africa, he has been doing a lot to help combat the cases of polio, malaria, and things like that. He has been fighting, putting in billions and billions of dollars in order to eradicate those diseases and those infection. And he has also played a very vital role in this coronavirus, doing all he can through his, donations and things like that, in order to help those that are suffering from the cases, and of course, African countries. Although he has gotten a lot of backlash, given the fact that, he's had a lot of footprint in Africa, in promoting polio vaccines, promoting, giving out funds to combat malaria. A lot of people have criticized him that he knows what is happening because he's always talking about vaccine. He's a big player in the vaccine world. And a lot of people have actually accused him of having something to do with the coronavirus. When it start coming out, they'll be like, okay, this man must be trying to cash out through this thing. He knows about it. Because, of course, like years back, he did a TED Talk. If you don't know TED Talk, you can search it on YouTube. They have a platform whereby they're bringing people to make great talks that are worth sharing. So you can check it out on YouTube also. So he made a talk about a virus, that the world is going to experience a very big outbreak, and that the world is not prepared for it. That there is no infrastructure to be able to cater when this issue come up. And it was quite surprising that the coronavirus hit and the world was not ready for it. And just exactly what he kind of proposed or talked about now happened. So people were like, I think he must have a hand in it. But of course, I don't think he does. Instead, he has been doing a lot to help. So now he's also saying that the coronavirus might start declining by next year spring. He said by the spring of next year, which is supposed to stand around the 20th of March, to around the 21st of June, which is supposed to be around 178 days, that within that period that the world will start, having a rescend or a decline in the virus infection. And by then, the vaccines that have been developed would have started, kicking into action and being very, very, active and helping to stop the infection rate. And that infection rate will have declined also during that period. This is all, in projection of the vaccine actually being very effective. Of course, we know that the ones that we've seen or that have been talked about, a lot of them are up to, more than 90% effective, 95%, and, a lot of higher percent like that have been effective. Although a case actually came up today where someone said a medical, personnel, a frontline worker that took the vaccine, and after 8 days, he still got infected. So it is still not very clear of how effective these vaccines are, though a lot of people have actually taken it and haven't had any issue. So Demand's case is actually a singled out case. But we hope that the vaccine actually does what the manufacturer says that it's going to do. And in his post on Gates' notes, he talked about the fact that vaccines actually take up to 10 years to make, to come up with one. But this 2020 has been very, very productive. That he himself is even surprised and very stunned at the rate of scientific discoveries that different companies have been able to come up with vaccines just within months, to be able to help combat this coronavirus. That it is very, 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 it's something that is to be applauded, and it's very happy that the scientists are actually doing a lot to be able to help the world. So it's still called on the fact that people should still make use of face masks and observe social distancing, because those are the key things that are actually going to help. Even without the vaccine, when people are able to observe that social distancing, keep meters away from each other, and then wear nose masks, sanitize their hands, wash their hands, and then don't mix, go to parties or large gatherings, those things are going to help in the long run, even without the vaccine. So now when you're actually doing all those things, when all those non-medical methods have been applied, and then vaccine is also applied to the mix, and people getting vaccine in the mix, is going to help a lot. So by the spring of next year, we should start seeing a great decline in the infection rate of coronavirus, and also people that take the vaccine might not actually be infected. Although the new strain of coronavirus now, some companies that have developed vaccines say that their vaccine will still work that the vaccine will still work, protect individuals against a new strain. But there is no guarantee. We know how these things work. People just want to ship their products, so they might just say it does everything, just like what the Kogboni say. You say that a single drug can cure like 20 different sicknesses, illnesses. It doesn't matter what you have. They'll tell you that same drug is going to do it. I have headache, that drug will do it. I have body pain, that drug will do it. I have stomach pain, that, things like that. But that is not to say that is what these vaccines are like. But I'm just giving an example. But we do believe that it's going to work, and we are hoping to see a lot of changes. And hopefully we can get rid of this coronavirus, and we can have our lives back again. So that's what I have to say, and leave me a comment of what you think about this, and how has the coronavirus affected you and your family, and I hope you've not lost any loved ones, and just leave me a comment and let's pick it up from there. Thank you for listening, and see you in the next one. Peace.